Millions of PlayStation 3 owners logged on their PlayStation 3's Play online on April 21st of 2011 to find out that Sony's PlayStation Network was down. There have been many rumors about what happened. Some say it was a mad employee. Some say it was taken down by the infamous hacking group Anonymous. I am Justin Silvera, and I worked for Sony from 2000 to 2011. I was a long-time employee and was laid off in December 2011. I was there when it happened. I remember the chaos. So let me begin by going back in the year 2000. The year I started working there, I was in the development department of the PlayStation 2. I was hired in February 2000. I never really got to see the actual well-known developments. I was simply a syntax checker, and nothing more. I remember though one Friday morning I was at the office when the development team came to see everybody. There was one man though that was highly disliked by the rest of the team. He was in his mid-40s and he was one of the network coders. I walked up to him since he just sat against the wall and introduced himself. His name was James Williams. James and I quickly became friends and went out for drinks after work today. He was a really nice guy once you got to know him. One question I wanted to ask him so bad though was, why was he so disliked by the rest of the team? This question I so deeply wanted to ask, so I did. He looked at me and frowned. He went on to tell me a story about how he was considered a favorite of the other development members. I understood since favoritism is like the most hated thing in almost all of the departments. My friendship with James lasted until May 2005. James had coded the base of PlayStation Network and PlayStation Network was 98% complete. James was laid off for the obvious reason of being too old. There was no doubt in my mind that the other members of the team had a part of him getting laid off. James went into a very deep depression and died at the age of 53 on a drug prescription overdose. A month later, I got a letter that was sent from him and I had put on hold. It read, "Dear Justin, you'll want this 5-digit encryption key in the future. Thanks for being a friend, and I hope you will use this to your advantage. 5E4AD1FFE9. When James died, his name was removed from the credits list. Someone else took the credit. His entire employee record was removed for an unknown reason. Well, I remember April 21st. And it will forever stick in my mind. The whole department was in chaos, and new coding was coming in like crazy. And I was checking syntax over and over again. Well, this is what happened. All of the credit card and personal information of users was taken. There was an extra file called jameshasreturned.pkg in the database. The file could not be deleted or modified in any way. This file stayed, and the network could not be returned to its usual state. Then one day, the leader of development came into the office and said, "We need everyone here to begin cracking this 5-key hex code. We have found out that the first hex is 5E. I instantly realized it was the 5-hex code that I got in the email in 2006. I gave the code and PlayStation Network was restored. I got a raise there, but there was one big question. Who put that file? Oh, we looked at the date and it was added, March 16th, 2005. The day that the base of PlayStation Network was coded. Everyone was in shock and had no idea how this file was added there when the server file system is checked daily. I was laid off in December 2011 due to the cutbacks, and this is the reason I have released a story. Hey guys, it's the Gothic Slenderman. I hope you enjoyed these PlayStation Network Creepypasta. I know it's not the best, but I remember this one, I read it a while back, and I figured since I'm doing the Keep PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale Alive campaign, I figured I'd do a Creepypasta about PlayStation overall. Now, this is the only PlayStation Creepypasta I will do. I'm not sure what Creepypasta I will do next. But if you want to be a part of the campaign to keep PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale alive, you can subscribe. My subscription bar will show how many people support PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. And you can click the window notation for the first vlog episode I had, which is the announcement video I had, and you can click the annotation below, if it's there, to watch the first episode of the infamous 2 Let's Play, which is for the Keep PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale Alive campaign. Sorry, I've been stuttering all day. If you heard that in a Creepypasta, might be. So yeah, usually these endings when I be put inside the Creepypasta usually end with the Creepypasta ends. This was just to tell you why I did this pasta in the first place. So we all see fish and Zealing at least once in our lives, and keep PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale alive.